Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Lourdes Rosas. I am Pro 8 in the company, and I'm so excited that you're here. 5 years ago, somebody showed me the video that you're about to watch, and my life has changed forever. And today, I am honored to be with my best friend. She is an amazing woman with an amazing story that you're going to get to hear. It's an honor to have Carol Birkeland. She's got one of the fastest growing teams in Lifevantage, and she has a lot of love for people and to help others. So, Carol, good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm great, Lourdes. Thanks for the introduction. So, welcome everyone to our presentation. We are very excited to share a new technology that is changing people's lives. And so, like the person that invited you here, we knew we had to share this with as many people as we know. So, a little bit about me. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. These are our families. And I have been married for 39 years. My husband and I have been very hard workers, like most people are, but we've been entrepreneurs and wanted to work for ourselves. And up until 2008, we had done very well for ourselves. We thought we were just years away from retiring. And when the economy tanked, we lost it all, like many people out there. But that wasn't the worst of it. 7-8 years later, we both ended up with open heart surgeries 6 weeks apart. He, 2 days after he was home, ended up back in the hospital with lupus raging in his body. Now, when all this was happening, my son, who's a doctor, was introduced to this technology. And when this person told him that there were 18 studies at the time in PubMed.gov, the National Library of Medicine, he's thinking, how can that be? Wellness product? And he had to do his research. So when all of this was happening, he said to me, Mom, your mom died of a heart aneurysm. Your dad, Alzheimer's, a stroke. You need to get on this. And so when all of this happened with Mike, again, 3 weeks after he had the open heart surgery, he had lupus raging in his body. They said, okay, we'll send him home with a feeding tube. We said, no, we're going to go ahead and try this. And within 3 months on this technology with no medication, he basically became symptomatic free. Well, our last business we were getting ready to close, the training facility, which Lourdes was talking about. We were training our son. So Craig had come in and I said, where's Lourdes? I haven't seen her in forever. And he said, oh my gosh, she's just running like wildfire with this Lifevantage. In fact, he said I should quit my corporate job and do this. And so when I heard that, I was like, I didn't have a whole lot of options. I was getting ready to go to work for somebody for the first time in a very long time. So I called Lourdes up. She came in. She showed me this ABC primetime. I was blown away by what I saw. I thought, all I could think about was all the people that I knew this could benefit. And so Lourdes, as she will share a little bit more in this, I got so excited because I knew, again, I had my dreams coming back. I knew that in 2 to 4 years, if I leveraged my part-time from this full-time job, I was going to get my retirement back. And so I'm really excited for her to share that portion of it. So I'm going to make my screen full screen and bring on the ABC primetime. But I have to tell you, this doctor here was given the Elliott Crescent Award after 40 years discovering this technology. And that's why John Quiones with Primetime knew this was going to bring a lot of viewers to this. And so a little bit about before I bring it on. So Lourdes, were you like me? Had you ever even heard the term oxidative stress before this?
No, never. I mean, I knew I was aging, but
no, I had heard of free radicals, but to be honest, I didn't even really kind of understand. I knew they probably weren't good for us. And so right. It's like this apple, you expose it to air over time, it rots. It's just like our cells inside you guys. Just by simply breathing, our cells are getting hit by this oxidative stress to the point where it mutates or rusts them. And over time, it affects all these organs here. And when it starts affecting these organs, disease processes happen. And so where do we get it? From really everything, even exercising. It's good for us, but it causes oxidative stress. And frankly, I don't want my cells to look like the right side of this apple. I want it to look like the left side of this apple, right? How about you, Lourdes?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how people were fighting it up until this discovery was on the left, just like me, like I still do, because fruits, vegetables, vitamins are good for us, but they just knew it wasn't powerful enough. And so when Dr. McCord discovered this synergistic blend of these 5 herbal ingredients to be able to get our body to make these survival genes again, what it used to do when we were before the age 20, and work at a 1 to a million ratio, that was what was so significant. There was a little yellow pill. So I just want to make sure I've got this turned up loud enough. And so here is the ABC Primetime video.
Clinically proven to slow down aging. All natural, vegetarian. Would you want to know more? In 2005, ABC Primetime wanted to.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is a pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around the small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
It
wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress. We all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes 2 antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. Have you discovered the fountain of youth? Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just 1 pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Quinones has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra.
I am sleeping better. I feel a lot better and also energized when I do wake up.
Someone introduced me to Protandim. I just looked at the research and figured out, hey, wait a minute. I have to take 360 oranges in one day. They get the same effect on one pill. So
there's also a new supplement on the market called Protandim that is made from an extract of herbs that actually upregulates and boosts your natural manufacturing of antioxidant enzymes. So this is going to reduce those harmful free radicals, reduce some of that cell damage associated with disease, and this is a double thumbs up.
I found something, Dr. Phil, that I think is the closest thing to the fountain of youth.
Oh, you do have a secret.
I have a secret, and I've never really talked about it. I've been doing this for the last 2 years. It's called Protandem, and it works. I'm telling everybody about this.
You feel different.
I do.
So, Lourdes, I don't know if you were like me especially when I got to Montel Williams, when he says 360 oranges or one pill sold.
There's
Right?
no way.
Right. No, I thought the same thing too. But you guys, when that ABC investigative report aired, this company just that night alone got 5 million in orders. Their stock, publicly traded company, went from $1 to $20 overnight. But they didn't have the infrastructure, sales team, or marketing team, because you know what? They were only in a retail store, GNC High Health. And this bottle sat on a shelf, and they were lucky if they got 3 million in a year. And in one night, right, Lourdes, somebody tells the story. And that's what was so unique. But there was a whole lot of scientists and chemists watching that episode, and they contacted Dr. McCord. And these were the initial universities, pretty prestigious, right? And look at these studies. Think of skin cancer, heart disease. These are some of the studies that are on PubMed.gov after it took 3 to 4 years on government grant monies to prove this did what it did. And the American Heart Association endorses this. This is what my son saw and said, your family with all the heart disease has got to get on this. So MS, terrible disease, right? Well, this Biogen, this company at the bottom here, I'm sure they didn't like this with what turned out, but they hired a third-party company to go, and this BG12, which is now called Tecfidera, to see what other NRF2 synergizer type things out there to compare to theirs. And after the study was finished, look at this. Interestingly, Protandem, a dietary supplement with herbal ingredients, was the most potent inducer. Now, this is public record. This is in their magazine. So we're pretty excited to know we have something with no side effects. Washington State, just a year ago, you guys, this is part of their study. They're saying that we're on the verge of literature with this NERV2 technology that has the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Wow. Lourdes, are you excited about that?
I'm listening to you and I get goosebumps.
I know, right? Remember I said that skin cancer one? Well, Louisiana State shows that it's in PubMed, that it breaks the link on melanoma. So this company knew, wow, we're beating skin cancer from the inside out. We've got to put it into a skincare line because our skin's our largest organ. It's our barrier. And so we have the only patented 30-year patent technology on a skincare line. Dermatologists utilize this in their practice. But not only is it great for skin care, but this guy put it on half of his face, and I'm sure you can tell which one, right, Lourdes? It almost looks like he's got a stroke on the right for 60 days. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is kind of gruesome, but I had to share this, Lourdes. So this is my daughter. She was injured in a boating accident a little over a year ago. And when I got that call, what any parent doesn't want to get, that their children have been hurt. And so when I flew up to Fargo, North Dakota on day 2, they had already done surgery. She had 12 bones broken in her face, lots of other injuries on her body. And on day 8, when we went back to the surgeon and he looked at Steph, he said, I'll never forget, he said, I've never seen anyone heal like she did. And we knew she had been on the Protandem for 4 months and doing the skincare. I tell you, when I got there, Lourdes, I took those bandages off. I was rubbing it all over her face. She didn't want me, but honestly, I stuck the tape on, and it was what was meant to be. So the company has, this is cosmetic, but in literally, you guys, this is pictures in 3 minutes. What it will do for these bags, these circles, it'll last for 6 to 8 hours. But, for some of us that are aging and, have this going on, it's kind of fun to be able to do this. They knew that there was another industry that had a lot of garbage in it. Yeah, energy drinks, right?
I love them.
Yeah, no jitters, no crashes. But you guys, what's so unique about this is it's brain food. It is helping with brain fog and mind clarity, and it's been phenomenal, and people are loving this. The company didn't stop there. In January, they knew there is a lot of products, right, you guys, out there on weight loss, but we came with what we call our weight management. We have patents on our technology, our probiotic with this Wellmune and this BioTrack. It's our fat burn that are really exciting people that are wanting to lose inches. And that's what this goes after. So I got to show you this picture. This is a friend of mine. She did not exercise, right? 2 months of our regimen with no exercise. Look at the inches in that waist. That's what we're talking about. That's what's unique about our product line. So people have animals. Lourdes, do you have an animal?
I do, and they love it. They love it.
Yes. Okay. I knew. I was waiting for you to say. They're like part of her family, right?
Oh, God. They run for it. Actually, they run for it.
They're mammals too. And people were feeding Protandim to their dogs. So they came with a more appropriate one that's for, joint, brain, heart flexibility. And it's a phenomenal product. So this is our flagship product. Again, scientifically proven that we were the only thing known to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. You guys, after it's cumulative, it can be upwards of 70 to 80% in 3 to 4 months. And we have got the studies to prove this. We've patented it because we've got all these universities paying for the studies. So we patented it, protect this technology so nobody can duplicate this. It's in PubMed. And with this BSCG and NSF approval, we're able to get a sponsorship, a 10-year, $30 million endorsement by this pro soccer team, the Salt Lake City Soccer Real. That excites me on the business side, but it's because these athletes are performing so much greater with this. So from an athlete standpoint, Lourdes, your son's an athlete, right?
Yes. Needs to take it every day. He's been taking it since he's 9 years old.
Wow. So you guys are full product line here, and this will only continue to grow because this company has stayed on the cutting edge of science, and they're based on science in everything that they bring in. And I tell you, it's like this numbers over here on the right. I knew I could continue that 1-to-1 ratio, fruits, vegetables, vitamins, and I will still do that. But
not good enough.
Not good enough, right? I knew like Montel Williams said, one pill, and I could get my body to do what it used to do when I was 20, at a 1 to 3 ratio, making these enzymes. Yeah, every time I talk about it, it excites myself because I a little bit ago. Right. So can you see yourself sharing this with others? Are you looking for better health? Are you looking for financial freedom? So I'm going to stop sharing right here because I'm fortunate enough to be able to have Lourdes, who, like I said, is one second here, make host, who is a very successful 6-figure income in this company. And she's a mother, as you saw, of 2 married, and just an amazing person, and been an entrepreneur her whole life. And in 5 years, what she's done with helping people with their lives in this company. So Lourdes, take it away. Lourdes, you have to turn your...
There we go.
There you go.
I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, wow, how lucky are we that we know of this technology today? And that's what I saw 5 years ago. So thank you. Every time I hear you, I get so excited. And I love all of the products, my family too. So like, Carol said, 5 years ago, I had lost the business. And I was looking for something. I knew I didn't want to go back and build another business. And I knew I didn't want to go work for a corporation. I have a business a degree in business. But I love to travel. And I didn't want to have only 2 weeks vacation. So very interested in getting to know more about the story of this company. And so this is what happened. After that video, came out and everyone knew what the product did and they placed all these orders, well, the company was like, oh my God, we have something that people want. But we need to do something about it. So in 2009, like Carol was saying, this product was sold at GNC, but you go to GNC and you don't know what to buy. So they hire somebody and this person said, you guys have something that people want, but they don't understand. So you have a video now. You can show it to customers, and they can make a decision. So they put it, in the hands of network marketers, and they outsold the retail sales by 300%. So when I heard that story, I'm like, Laura, please tell me more about this. So she said, well, Lourdes, here's the thing. Every company goes through what is called the S-curve. We're right here. So if you come in right now, you're going to be positioning yourself at a very important spot. And I knew this was true because I had owned businesses before. She goes, this product, do you think people are going to want this product? And I said, well, yes, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want it, to take the product. Well, do you think somebody's going to talk about it? I said, yeah, there's going to be people talking about it. So when that happens, that's when we will experience what is called momentum. And 80% of the company growth happens here. Would you like to be a part of it? And I said, absolutely. What do I need to do? And so that's when I started, and I made a decision to do this as a business. Because also I could do this from home. And, I got to be honest. There had been a lot of people that had approached me with other companies, and I'm sure you have too, been approached. I always said no. I always was too busy to listen to them. However, when I saw this chart, I'm like, oh my, these companies are doing really good in business. Look at the annual sales of these companies. 11.3 billion with a B, 2.2 billion, 3.6 billion, 4.1 billion. I knew somebody that started or brought Herbalife to Phoenix when I was, 15 years ago, work in my traditional business. And today, he's free. So I know these businesses work. I just didn't know if I could put my name behind something because my reputation, right? So when I saw all the studies, and when I saw all the evidence that this was a legit business, I said, I'll be silly not to take, on the offer. So I joined Lifevantage, and like I said, 5 years ago, it's the best decision I've ever made. So here's something that I've always said to people: you decide. You have the right to decide how much income you want to bring home. Right? And that's why I became, business owner. However, as a business owner, if you have owned businesses, and I know, Carol, you have owned businesses,
Yes.
it's not that kind of freedom that you're looking for. I did something that I loved, but I didn't have the time, and I worked a lot of hours, and many times my overhead was so high. I started from one retail store. We got to 20 stores, 100 employees, and as you can imagine, just lots of headaches. So doing this, when I'm now working from home, I'm in my office. This is my house. When I'm done with this presentation, I'm going to go have breakfast with my kids, and that's what more people want to do. They want to spend time with their family. Before, I would be right now in my car fighting traffic. So this is a publicly traded company. We have an income disclosure. We have from distributors to Pro-10. At first, I just wanted to make $300 a month, which is a Pro-2 income. This is a residual income, so that means it comes to you every 15th of the month. Luckily, I've been working on myself and trying to learn and become a professional. So today, after this time, I'm an elite Pro 8, and this is the average monthly income of a Pro 8. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. So one of the most exciting parts of this business is that you get rewarded. You not only get paid for what you do, but you get rewarded for your efforts and for helping others. So my Life Venture, it's a program where, once you become an elite and once you have established your team and get to a certain point, you get the keys and the title of a Jeep. How about that? You get also to choose $25,000. It's a bonus. I'm like, really? That's awesome. You get to choose maybe traveling around the world with your family. So anything you like, it's here for you because you're worth it, right? So a lot of people said, well, Lourdes, I've never done network marketing. I don't even know how to do it. I don't like sales. Well, I got good news for you. because what we do is we only share this information. You know, we're just messengers, and we will teach you how to do this business. It's so simple. Anybody can do it. If you have 30 minutes a day, if you have an hour, if you have all day, whatever time you have, and you're willing to invest it in yourself, we will teach you. We work in a team. I love getting new members because they have goals and they have dreams, and then we get to watch them grow, and we get to teach them what somebody taught us, and that's very, very exciting. All right, so I just want to tell you that there's a lot of companies that nowadays are really looking to help humanity, and we're one of them. We're really one of them. We like to think that it's possible, and we're doing something every day. So our goal is to make people better, and in doing so, we make the world a better place. And that is something very special. And I know it's happening because, like Carol was saying, we have an opportunity to share this with so many people that we don't even know what they're looking for. So your friend, your family, somebody asks you to watch this, you have no idea why. Just once you're done with this, call them and say, hey, thank you for thinking of me. Why do you think I could do this? And they will tell you because you're amazing, because I've always you thought that you were very successful, smart, and I want to work with you. And that's the great part about it, right? We get to work with the people that we love. So Carol, this was great. It
was great. It's very exciting. It's very exciting, everyone. I hope that don't let those dreams think that they can't happen again. Don't miss out on something that could change your life. Get more information. That's what I say to people. It's a process, and please, if you're at a point in your life where you've been settling, don't settle anymore.
Yeah. So you're 1, 2, or 3. So 1 is thanks, but no thanks. 2 is, I want to take the products like yesterday. I mean, you should. And 3, I want to take the products, but I also want to know more about the business. And like Carol says, it's a process. So we'll take you through the process. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It was fun. It was real fun.
Thanks, everyone.